I love you. I am headed off to work. Also, I did not put up the thing, that goes ahead and is like, hey, your phone is set up. So I'm gonna put this down because, yeah, I don't want me having to do two things at once, especially with my car acting up. So I think I am basically going to go ahead and what am I going to do? Call places tomorrow after I'm done with class because I have class at 11. I don't start work until next week, but what I'll do is that I will, next week in the morning, so what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Live life. Yeah, that, and basically what I'm going to do is trying to think. Oh wait, so my mind is actually more so on your cousin. So I love that photo that your cousin was able to do, especially since it's like, man, I really miss and I really love this person, and it's like they never saw this person, but thanks to technology, which I think can be absolutely wonderful, and it's just absolutely perfect for that. I am very, very glad that basically your cousin was able to do that in terms of the technology and everything, and just be like, hey, you know what, this is great for, my kids couldn't see this relative that people absolutely loved and that I absolutely loved, but because of technology, like, sometimes I imagine, well, my relative, I wish they had seen, I wish my kids had seen this particular relative, and thanks to technology, like, sometimes I imagine what it would be like if they had my relative with them, if they were able to interact and have fun with my relative and all that jazz. But then thanks to, like, technology, it's like you kind of imagine it, and then along with also imagining it, you're able to also, like, please turn off, thank you. They turn off their rights. Along with imagining it, they can go ahead and be like, okay, so imagining it, they can also, like, have a picture of what it would have been like if the beloved relative was there with them. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I am very, like, in this case, I'm really glad for technology of just being able to show people what it would have looked like. And then that way it's not just like, I wish they were here so that they could see, like, these people or, like, be there for my kids. Instead, it's like, you know what? They are here, yes. But then like, my kids are here, yes, but then also thanks to technology, I can go ahead and have them, like, be with their relative, and then that way it's not just like it's only in my imagination, but it's also like, hey, you know what, I can see them in my mind of just actually hanging out with these other people. So yeah, I like it. I think it's adorable. I think it's great. It's crystal clear. Like, it feels like basically the picture was taken, like, yesterday or today, basically, instead of, like, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I still remember there is this technology in which even if you take an older photo, like, you go ahead and put a photo in, and basically it looks as though they're rotating or moving, and it's like, it's really cool to see. I can't remember what the technology is called, but I remember like my great uncle actually used it. So yeah, I liked it. So yeah. What else? Yeah, so I really, major props. I like the photo. Take that back. I love the photo. Oh yeah. Also, I saw an article where basically Verizon network is down for thousands of people, and I was like, oh, that sucks. Thankfully, I still have service, but I wonder if that's also because of like I'm connected to the school. So, it was because I was connected to the school. So just to give you a heads up, you might see this around 1 a.m. You might not see it, like, because right now I'm headed off to work. So it's like, okay, I'm headed off to work. You might see this. Or like, maybe I'll do a short video and I'll upload it. So that way you can at least see it whenever I get back from work. So that way it doesn't take away all of my battery. So just wanted to give you a heads up. By the time you see this, it might be after 1 a.m. Because I want to show you. Like, I really, really do want to have this video for you. But because I just realized, like, I still had service even when because I was at school and I was connected to the school Wi-Fi. But because I'm not connected to the school Wi-Fi, right now, I don't think I have any service. Ah, shoot. I just realized if I don't have any service, I'm with Verizon, I may not be able to do my job. It dawned on me. I wish I thought of this earlier. No. It said no service on my phone. I didn't think of it until now because basically I was still able to get onto the internet. But like, because of the Wi-Fi at the school. But yeah, if I don't have service, I'm going to have to let my job know and decide what they want to do with me. I can be like, I can stay or I can go, but just to give you guys a heads up, I have no service. Like, none. Man alive. But yeah, so Verizon, from what I understand, is working to get it back up. You might see this video whenever I get back. So yeah, I think, pretty sure. What else was there? So yeah, I basically slept for 4 hours, got ready, and then posted the video. Took a shower, went off to eat, and then after I was done eating, me and some friends, we walked over to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, they let us know, like, usually it's set up where basically everyone with their ID who is staying on campus, they can go ahead and eat. Yeah, they can go ahead and eat Chick-fil-A or so, but right now a lot of the ID cards, they're not working. What happened was that this morning I went to get food and they're like, yeah, it's not working, and it's like, okay. So like I left, and then went back to my dorm, ate a slice of pizza, took a nap. I set my alarm for like 12:30, and I was so tired I didn't even wake up. I was like, this sucks. And then I ended up sleeping until 1:20 or so, which was after lunch was done. I was like, okay, there's nothing much I can do. So what ended up happening was that I, did my stuff. And while I was while I was about to scan my ID card, I heard one of the other guys mention that the IDs are now working, so you can buy food from Chick-fil-A. I was like, all right, awesome. And so I went, ate, let the other students know that I was eating with, and then we walked over, and then on our way over, I saw another lady who was leaving with the Chick-fil-A shirt on, and we asked her about it, and she's like, yeah, it's working for some people, but not for all people. Like, it's working, Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. So thankfully there were like, how many of us up there? There's 2, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 of us all together. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there were 6 of us total, including myself. So it's like, okay. So it's like, so I got into line to at least get french fries because I was still kind of hungry. Not eating lunch, eating like a breakfast, and that was about it. So it's like, okay, what do I do? And so, like, while we were all in line, I was like, okay, so if somebody doesn't work, like, we're paying for the others. And so we get up there, and, like, some of our IDs worked, and then some of our IDs did not work. So it's like, oh, okay. So we went ahead and what did we end up doing? I was like, okay, what do I end up doing? So from there, just waiting for this person. What was it? So, like, whenever I got up, I ordered a french fry and, like, with a couple of sauces, and then, like, after that, they're like, yeah, it didn't work. Now, for, like, 2 or 3 of the other people, it did work. And so after that, I turned over to one of the other students. I was like, hey, who can pay for me? And so, like, one of the other students went and, like, grabbed it, or, like, yeah, grabbed it, or, like, came over, basically, and paid for me. I was like, thank you so much. Gave him a hug. Maybe not quite that dramatic of being like, thank you so much, but, like, hey, thank you. So, yeah, from there, yeah. So we basically hung out. I also, like, earlier, whenever I woke up, I was like, I don't feel good because basically it's so cold. My throat is dry. So, and cold. And I'm like, I feel the effects of starting to become sick. So I was, like, complaining to a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, my roommate decided to open up the window. And I told her not during 50-degree weather. She opened it up. And she's like, oh, it'll be open just for 30 minutes. And it was 30 degrees outside, and she's like, yeah, before I opened it up, like, before I got there, she's like, it had only been open for 5-10 minutes. She's a pathological liar, so, like, it was probably open for actually an hour, because she has no concept of time. So I was like, okay, and then I had told her before, like, I think before, I could be totally wrong. Maybe before, definitely afterwards, I was like, hey, if it's open for a long period of time and it's cold, I will get sick. Like, it has to be warm, it has to be humid. Those are the 2 standards. Like, I have to, because if it's not warm, if it's not humid, I will get sick. There's no, like, maybe I'll get sick. No, I will get sick. So what it is that I was complaining to a friend of mine, yeah, I'm not feeling well because basically my roommate decided to open up the window, and, like, basically it's like, okay, yeah, I don't know. So, like, basically it's cold and such. So, a friend of mine was like, here, you can go ahead and stay in my room. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And it's the reason why she said yes is because she basically is her and another friend of hers in the same building. They're going up to one of the rooms, and they're basically going up there, watching a variety of shows, and then falling asleep while watching those shows. And so it's like, yeah. And then also she doesn't have a roommate as of right now. Because she doesn't have a roommate, it's like, oh, this might actually come in handy. So, yeah, okay, good, it's still recording. So it's definitely kind of nice overall. where basically, and I went inside the room, I'm like, this room is a lot warmer than, like, my room. So, and then, yeah, so basically what I'll be doing is that I'll go into her room, I'll take my humidifier also, and basically I'll have the humidifier on while I sleep tonight. Because I'm like, I can't, like, I will get sick if it's too cold outside. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. And I don't think my roommate, like, understands. Yeah, you might want it cold, but you don't understand. Like, I will get sick, and then I get you sick, and then I make everyone else sick. I'm just like, no. Before she even opened the window, I was like, wait to ask me. And then, wait to ask me. And then also, like, not when it's like 40, 50 degrees. And then she still opened the window. I'm like, yeah, So, yeah, overall, I'm not happy. And, like, because I told her before, I warned her. I let her know afterwards. And then, like, now it's like, well, I don't really have a choice. I have to sleep in somebody else's room because otherwise I will get sick. And so it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I don't know how long I'll be in the other room. Honestly, because, yeah. I do know that what I plan on doing is basically, taking a shower in the morning? Because I was right, my period did start. Basically, in the morning, taking a shower, and then, yeah. Since my period started. No, I should be okay. Maybe. I took a shower tonight. Please. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And again, I love the photo. Oh, just an idea. Because that was your grandmother, and you absolutely, like, adored your grandmother. Just an idea. What do you think of, what was it? So I know that there's, like, caps that can be made or personalized so that you can include people's photos. What do you think about the idea of basically having a cap with your grandmother and then also with your kids on, like, the cap? And I, like, it wouldn't happen for, like, you know, at least a year or two, but, like, after you have the kids, basically, and, like, they're a little bit grown, basically, what do you think about that? Oh, and then also, but yeah, it would basically be once your kids are grown. So it might be, or like when they're at least 3-4 years old. Or another idea that you can do is basically every time you have a new kid, is that do a generative AI with a kid. And then once you have that done, then you can go ahead and basically have it for like one kid and then another kid and then another kid. And I have a kid, like, basically have a new cat made for every time that is done. So, yeah, basically, since again, like, you adored your grandmother, I never had the pleasure of meeting your grandmother, which I'm sure I would have loved her, but I understand, especially since, like, we had, like, it was a very, very new thing, so it's like, the chances of me meeting her were, like, really slim, like, really slim, but, like, yeah, just an idea, since, again, I know that you absolutely adored her, so, yeah. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. I'm currently putting up my hair. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I love you.